One of my favourite things to do on this channel is to look at discussions I've seen people having on Twitter and then giving my thoughts on those topics in a video like this. So once again, that's what we're gathered here to do today too. A few weeks ago I saw some people on Twitter arguing against Ash using Infernape in his battle with Cynthia, with the reason for most of them being that they were claiming Ash's Infernape has no real relation to Cynthia at all, with the only link between them being Ash imagining himself fighting Cynthia with his Infernape in the final episode of Diamond and Pearl. So these people were saying that that means there's no real reason for Infernape to get special treatment and return to battle Cynthia, because apparently Infernape and Cynthia aren't really linked in any way. But as I'm sure you're all expecting, I absolutely disagree with them. Infernape's relation to Cynthia is way stronger than just Ash imagining himself battling Cynthia with Infernape in just one episode. If you ask me, Infernape 100% deserves to be the one to battle Cynthia and Garchomp, and I'm about to tell you why. Infernape first met Cynthia back as a Chimchar when he was Paul's Pokemon. Paul and Chimchar battled Cynthia and her Garchomp, with Chimchar losing against Cynthia's ace. After the battle, Cynthia was visibly angry when Paul insulted Chimchar for the loss. Cynthia then personally tended to Chimchar and helped him feel better after the defeat, even telling Chimchar that she's super proud of him. And later, Cynthia once again comforted Chimchar after Chimchar was kidnapped by Team Rocket. Later on, after Ash took ownership of Chimchar and after battling Team Galactic, Cynthia called Chimchar brave, a hard battler, and really spent a lot of time comforting him. Cynthia held Chimchar's hand and spoke about how Chimchar had been through so much, and that Chimchar is a key part of both Ash and Paul's lives and rivalries. And then later on, Cynthia was impressed and excited to see that Ash's Chimchar was now an Infernape during Ash's and Paul's Sinnoh League battle, and she even reminisced back to battling Chimchar herself. After the Sinnoh League, Cynthia clarified to Dawn, Barry and Brock that Ash, Paul and Infernape are eternally bound by all of their experiences and their rivalry. And then later on, Ash imagined himself and his Infernape battling Cynthia and her Garchomp on his road to becoming a Pokemon Master. Whether you like it or not, Ash's Infernape and Cynthia have major interactions and a major relationship between them. There's not a single one of Ash's Pokemon with more of a strong connection to Cynthia than Infernape has. Cynthia played a key role in the rivalry and the bond between Ash, Paul and Infernape. Cynthia bonded with and comforted and even cared for Chimchar on multiple occasions. For example, back when Paul battled Cynthia, back when Chimchar was abducted by Team Rocket, and also back when Ash battled Team Galactic. Cynthia and Garchomp even battled Chimchar back when he was young, and then they both watched Chimchar's growth from being a young, inexperienced Pokemon all the way up to being a powerful Infernape, defeating Paul in the Sinnoh League. And all of these relationships and experiences led to Ash imagining himself and Infernape side by side battling Cynthia and her Garchomp. Infernape absolutely deserves to be the one to battle Cynthia and Garchomp, and people who for some reason claim that there's no real link between Infernape and Cynthia, well, clearly they haven't watched the Diamond and Pearl series in a long time, because like I proved many times in this video, the bond between Infernape and Cynthia is strong and important and so crystal clear. There were endless occasions when they interacted and genuinely had deep and personal bonding moments between them. Let me know your thoughts on this topic below. Do you agree with me that the bond and the relationship and the interactions between Infernape and Cynthia are absolutely meaningful enough for Infernape to return to battle Cynthia in the Masters 8? Look, I know it's not gonna happen, clearly Infernape won't be battling Cynthia, but I really just couldn't believe I was seeing people saying that Infernape has no real relation to Cynthia. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this discussion. We are so close to 75,000 subscribers, and I would really appreciate your help to get us there. It definitely might be a stretch, but let's try and hit it in the next week. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.